Hey guys, Bigsy here, and welcome back to another video. Today is another episode of our PlayStation 3 collecting series. Today I'm going to be talking about a PAL exclusive set, which is the Classics HD set. In America, you guys received the compilations, the collections. However, we received the Classics HD versions over in Europe and Australia. I will do a episode on the American HD collections in the future, or just the collections. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. First one is the Devil May Cry HD collection. Now this one includes Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 2, and Devil May Cry 3, the special edition. These are all PS2 games. However, this is probably the best way to play these games. A majority of these titles, this is the best way to play them. Some of these games have since been ported to PS4. But you find the majority of them, the best version of them is the PS3 version. One big step up over the PS2 version is you have trophy support, which is pretty cool. Fixing my mic up, guys. Yeah, so here we have again Devil May Cry, the HD collection. Now moving on, this next one, I'm sort of skipping one, and I'll talk about the reason behind that in a second. But here we have God of War Collection Volume 2. This includes Chain of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta. Another HD collection. Now, these were the PSP titles, I believe. And this is a way to play them on the PS3, which is pretty awesome, guys. So I definitely suggest picking this one up. You might be wondering why I haven't shown God of War 1. For the fact that this actually isn't a Classics HD. However, the reason I am going to talk about it is the Essentials version of the God of War collection is a Classics HD. So technically it's part of the set. However, I don't collect Essential games. That's the reason I'm not showing it today. I will pop up a picture of it though. And in the God of War collection, you have, of course, God of War 1 and God of War 2. Two of the best PlayStation 2 games, and you can play them on PS3 with trophy support. So I definitely recommend these ones if you're a God of War fan. Next, we have the Hitman HD Trilogy, Classics HD. I'm a big Hitman fan, so this one was really cool for me. This includes Hitman 2, Sullen Assassins, Hitman Contracts, and Hitman Blood Money. It also includes the Hitman Sniper Challenge, which is a mobile game which got ported over to PS3. But these are three of the best PS2 Hitman games, all with trophy support on the PS3. I definitely recommend this one, guys, if you're a Hitman fan. I personally think this trilogy is better than the PS4 Hitman Trilogy. That might be a little bit debatable. What do you guys think about that one? Next, Classics HD. Well, we are going in alphabetical order, if you haven't known. Is the Eco and the Shadow of the Colossus collection. This again includes two of the best PS2 games in Eco and Shadow of the Colossus. If you haven't played either of these two games, guys, I highly recommend picking this pack up so you can dive in. Shadow of the Colossus did get a re-release on PS4. However, Eco didn't. So if you do want to give Eco a go, I would pick this up. While you're at it, why not give Shadow of the Colossus a go? They're both amazing titles. This is probably one of the more expensive Classics HD packs, but you still can pick it up for under $50. Here we have the Jak and Daxter trilogy, guys. This includes Jak and Daxter, Jak 2, and Jak 3 from PS2. Three of the best platforming games from PlayStation 2 era on the PS3. HD remake with trophies. I highly recommend this one, whether you've played Jak and Daxter or you haven't. It's an amazing series, and everyone should give it a go at least once. If you're a Crash Bandicoot fan, you're gonna like Jak and Daxter. Ratchet and Clank, you're gonna like Jak and Daxter. yeah, I definitely recommend this one, guys. Again, this one's on the more pricey side. If you can find it cheaper, I just sold a disc-only copy today, actually, for $22. So definitely get a cheap copy if you just want to play it. Now, here's one that didn't actually get a standard release, however, it still is a Classics HD, so I am including it in this set. And that, of course, is Killzone. This was available part of the Killzone Trilogy. It did get a standard release in Asia. However, that's not part of the Classics HD set. But yeah, Killzone, the original game, released on PS2. Want to play it on PS3 in HD, this is the only way to do it, guys. You can find this pack without the trilogy. It's actually a little bit harder to find the trilogy, funnily enough. Yeah, of course, over in North America, they had the standard release trilogy in one case, where we got the triple pack. Next, we have the Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, Classics HD. Includes 3 of the best games of all time. Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and the PSP game Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. I highly recommend this pack, guys. If you don't pick this up, grab the Legacy Collection, which is a little bit cheaper. But yeah, if you're a Metal Gear fan, this is definitely an essential for your PS3 collection. Did get a American release too, but it has different colors, and it, of course, isn't the Classics HD. Here we have Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. Next, we have the Prince of Persia Trilogy, Classics HD. This includes the Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, the Prince of Persia, The Warrior Within, and the Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones. Again, 3 amazing PS2 titles. If you're an Assassin's Creed fan and you haven't played Prince of Persia, you're definitely missing out. This was the series that actually pretty much gave way to Assassin's Creed. It was Ubisoft. Instead of making a 4th one, they did make Assassin's Creed, and we all know how that went. So if you are a fan, I'd definitely go back and play Prince of Persia. They are amazing games. More platforming type games than what Assassin's Creed games are today. But yeah, they definitely have Assassin's Creed roots in them, and Prince of Persia are. Definitely recommend giving them a. Again, another one of the more pricey ones, but this is one that you need for your collection, and that, of course, is the Ratchet and Clank Trilogy. 3 of the best games on PlayStation. Insomniac outdone yourself with Ratchet and Clank 1, Ratchet and Clank 2, and Ratchet and Clank 3 up your arsenal, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Again, one of the more pricey packs, but it is worth tracking this one down. I found it really fun replaying all the Ratchet and Clank games on PS3 with trophy support. I thought that was awesome. I'm sure you guys will as well. Here we have the Ratchet and Clank Trilogy. I guess these are all pretty expensive just looking at them. And here we have the Silent Hill HD Collection. This one was actually really disappointing, guys. It includes Silent Hill 2 and 3. It doesn't include Silent Hill 1. And unfortunately, this doesn't really play too well. I've given it a go. It doesn't play as good as the originals do on the original hardware, which is a little bit disappointing. I wish they would really give us a Silent Hill remake or a new Silent Hill game. But if you haven't got the PS2 games, this is a cheaper option to getting Silent Hill 2 and 3, so that's certainly a positive spin on it. It's actually cheaper than both Silent Hill 2 and 3 individually, so definitely a good deal. And that is the Silent Hill Classics HD Collection. Another amazing one, that is the Sly Trilogy. I love the Sly Cooper games. Those Sly 1, 2, and 3. 3, again, amazing PS2 titles, guys. Haven't played the Sly Cooper games. I highly recommend them. Apart from this, there is Thieves in Time, which is another PS3 title. If you can get the trilogy, guys, definitely pick it up because these games are amazing. I just had so much fun playing them back in the day, and it was great to return to them. So here we have the Sly Trilogy. Next one isn't my cup of tea, but it is cool to see a shooter in here. And that is the Tom Clancy's Classics HG, the Splinter Cell Trilogy. And this includes Splinter Cell Pandora's Tomorrow, and Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. There are so many Splinter Cell games, so it is really cool to see this pack, guys. This one can be found a little bit cheaper than the rest of them. You can get this for under $40. So it is definitely a nice one to add to the collection. I can't confirm how they play. I haven't played it myself. So maybe someone in the comments can let us know, does this hold up? Remastered in HD, is it better than the originals? Let us know. These games were on Xbox as well as the PS2. Coming into another one of my favorite series, and that is the Tomb Raider Trilogy Classics HD. This includes Tomb Raider Legend, Tomb Raider Underworld, and Tomb Raider Anniversary. Again, from the PS2 era. We didn't get the PS1 Tomb Raider games in here. It's certainly a really, really fun Tomb Raider pack, guys. I'd probably say Anniversary was my favorite out of these ones. Again, you can play them in HD with trophies, extra content. If you're a Tomb Raider fan, I highly recommend picking this one up. Again, this one's on the cheaper side. You can get it under $50, so it is definitely worth picking up. I would suspect these Classics HD and all other trilogies and completions will become quite collectible down the line. Just know you can get so many great games in one pack. Physical media, to me, says, you know, I want these. When I was collecting for the PS3, they were some of the first things that I wrote down on the list, and I'm sure other collectors are the same. And the final Classics HD, and the last one is the Zone of the Enders HD Collection. Zone of the Enders is a series that I actually haven't played. No, Hideo Kojima is involved in them. They're done by Konami. I'm sure they've got absolutely amazing stories, but again, another one I can't comment on because I haven't played this one. It is on the more expensive side. You're looking closer to $100, especially for the Australian version. Even the American version and the UK version are getting quite expensive. Zone of the Enders is quite a popular series from the PS2 days. This one includes Zone of the Enders and Zone of the Enders the Second Runner, so both again from the PS2 era. And of course is Zone of the Enders the HD Collection. Famously, let's stack it up, guys. Here we have the PAL exclusive Classics HD set with God of War collection. Of course, that one's meant to be an essential. I believe we've got 15 games in here. I had heaps of fun showing you these games. I had heaps of fun collecting them. Have you guys got all these games? Are you trying to collect them all? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. Again, I've been Figsy. You guys have been awesome. I've got some really special videos coming up. So if you aren't already, hit that subscribe button, like the video, say something in the comments. If you have made it this far, let me know what your favorite HD collection is out of this lot. I would say mine would probably be the Ratchet and Clank trilogy. I can't go past this one. So what's your favorite Classics HD game? And until the next PS3 collecting series, guys, happy hunting.